Rock Farm. How you doing? Today we are opening a very cheap rock tumbler which I bought on eBay UK, and as you can see, I brushed my hair for I make my mum dad later, so this is like very basic. If you've already bought a rock tumbler set before and you have the grits already, this is not going to have anything special with it. As far as I'm aware, it's just the tumbler itself. And it was £32.89, so I'm not expecting it to be brilliant. However, it's good. And if after using it for a month it's still working, then I'm going to do a blog reviewing this, and then I'll do an update once I've used it for a few weeks. This is good, we need this. I don't buy plastic packaging, I only buy paper packaging, so all this that comes in gets recycled. I think I say it every video, but it's for a purpose. I don't want the world to die. I think there's enough stuff out there. It's part of the ethos of reselling rocks as well, reselling the crystal collections instead of buying wholesale, because there's so many rocks out there already that are sitting in people's attics or that folk have inherited and don't know what to do with, and they could be back out in the world. I mean, ultimately the problem is at no budget and not a whole lot of money to buy collections with. As we go, I imagine that's going to get better. It's well wrapped. I like a well wrapped. A well wrapped kind. Okay, that's what it looks like. I'll use that later. 3D polished gems. Turns rough rocks into 3D polished gems. Turns rough rocks into shiny, semi-precious gemstones, just like professional collectors. Professional collectors. Without a T. It's got like kids' pictures on it. Diamonds with the machine. Wet them into extremely active cane. Kids can collect various kinds of rocks outdoors. Battery warning: do not mix alkaline, do not mix old new. Non-rechargeable, rechargeable, blah 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 blah. You can't resist the temptation to slip into the cockpit and customise the road's grip on performance to fit you perfectly. You're free to indulge in the sheer pleasure of driving, knowing the road will keep track of your every move. Made in China. That's hilarious. It's nothing to do with the road. Let me just reread that part there. You can't resist the temptation to slip into the cockpit and customise the road's grip on performance to fit you perfectly. You're free to indulge in the sheer pleasure of driving, knowing that the road, capital R, will keep track of your every move with this rock tumbler. Brilliant. That's why I wanted to buy it. I thought £30? Surely not. See if I plug this in and it blows up. I'll be very unhappy. I say that because nice size barrel is probably £2. Comfortably I would put £1 worth of rocks in that. It's not bad. It's not a lot of rocks, but if you're just starting out and you're a beginner. Also it feels like there's rocks in it. So I've looked a minute. Standard plug. It's not a... They're usually like this. Oh, there's some fastenings. So we've got like a spare belt, I think. Yep, spare belt. There's one on there. And we've got a few fastenings. So let's see what the fastenings are. I'm not assuming that because it's from China, it's not. I'm assuming that it might have a different need in terms of power supply and electricity. Whenever I've accidentally bought American tumblers, they've just blew up as soon as I've plugged them in, because there's a little ring fixing. It's tiny, but it's expandable. There is a keychain. There is a necklace chain there, and I think there's like a jump ring, this is like a, I don't know, fastening for the end of a beat. I don't know, odd, but good. And of course the spare belt, because you do ultimately, if you run your rock tumbler at night for months, you will need it, and you get it then. That's an empty box. And this is dinky. Feels very light, but when you get right down to it, all a rock tumbler is a little motor powering these, little motor inside there. And then the motor connects to this, and this turns, and because this turns, and because this turns, and there's something on it, this then turns. So when you get your rock tumbler, it's usually quite common that only the back one is spinning. It will still turn your rocks when you put your barrel on. It's just that, aye, that's just kind of how they are. Excuse me. Rid of this. In fact, keep that. That's a useful little box. We'll use that again. A lot of plastic. I prefer paper, obviously. If I had a criticism so far, it would be that there's a lot of plastic. Also, this is a very small barrel. This tumbler, once you buy it, is only going to fit a rock tumbler barrel that is £1 in weight, or that contains £1. The ones we've got upstairs contain up to 5, but they're running on with 3 in, so that they've got enough space to move around. So to run a £1, that's handy. See this? That's handy. National Geographic, you watching? Amazing. I usually just put a knife in and pop it. If it's a plastic one, you have to go through all sorts of nonsense, putting things in hot water, and there's a hole in my bucket. Now these are, I wasn't expecting to get any rocks with it. There's no grip comes with this. That's, if you're just starting out in rock tumbling, you could buy this for £32.89. It looks like it's going to work fine, on, off, 1 day, 2 day, 4 days. Fairly straightforward. 1 speed, don't need to worry about the speed. What I would say to you is that this barrel is not going to be compatible with the bigger models. It's going to be compatible with the kid size models. So the fact that it comes without grip, it's £32.97, 87, something like that. The fact that it comes without grip, feels nice to roll, though it does feel like a good roller. The grip, all 4 stages, is going to cost you at least 20 quid for the basic amount for like 100 grams of each. So that should be taken into consideration when you buy this, because it's going to be only compatible with the kids. It's great for kids. But it's not going to have the grips that you need to start straight away. So yes, very good value for money. Not the best starter kit. You can rock tumble with sand. I mean, you can rock tumble with sand. It's been done. It's like stage, I don't know, like 120, stage 2. So you can just go and fill it up sand and tumble that. But if you want really shiny rocks, you have to do the progressive stages of grit, and without the progressive stages of grit, it adds to the total of this and would make it more expensive. So instead of £32.97 to get actually started, you'd be talking kind of 55, 60. By which point we're hitting the price of the stem rock at 60, which is a £3 barrel. You can put £3 worth of rocks in it. It's the big barrel. It is compatible with most machines, not these small dinky ones, not the kids ones. I would say this is probably a kids machine. It's good for a starter, but I would want someone to also gift me the grits with it, because otherwise it's kind of useless. And these are the rocks. So I wasn't expecting rocks with it, so that's quite good. So you do have something to start tumbling straight away. Eesh. Ooh. So we've got like chalky feldspar, not sure what that is, and we've got pink glass, actual glass. Just by looking at it, that is glass. I don't want to tumble glass. I don't want to hurt myself. Then there's all these are glass as well. Quarters don't break like that. Well, it does, but not really. Nice bit of fluorite. That's nice. Nice bit of fluorite. I'm going to put that aside. I'm not tumbling. If you tumble fluorite beside quartz, your fluorite's going to erode away to nothing. So that's not getting done. A couple of little bits of sodalite. I see some amethyst. They're all very small. When you tumble these down, and it's a small tumbler, but when you tumble them down, they're going to be... Eesh, I don't like that. Don't let your kids open this. There's more blue glass. Lots of white copy stuff. Yeah, when you're tumbling, you've got to keep materials that are of the same stuff together. I don't know why the fluorite seems to be okay and the rest of it's... Well, some of the fluorite's not either. Yeah, it's very much just... I'm probably not... Ow. Shit. Yeah. I would avoid this. Tumbler itself feels, sounds okay. Let me plug it in and just make sure it runs alright. I wouldn't touch the rough rocks in there. I'm not bleeding, but it was sticking in my hand. That's a lot of glass. And my dog's food dish is down here, so I'm just going to pick these up and move them and wash them out. I do not like the glass. I do not like the rocks. I would not tumble those. I'm probably going to chuck them in the back garden. In the dirt, which is what I do with quite a lot of my rocks that I don't think are fit to sell. Like a back garden full of them and bits of everything. So the clouds above your head, sorry. And it should just, in the back, there, easy enough. It's the ultimate test. Let's see if it runs. Let's switch on first. On, 1 day, 2 days, 4 days. Okay, so you have to press. You have to press the amount of days you want it for, and then you have to press. I mean, that's an okay speed. That's an okay speed. Yeah, I like it. Like the tumbler, do not like the rocks. If I was buying this from a kid, I would take the rocks out and away before they got their hands on them, because that is not good. It's all very well to be like, oh yeah, they're really beautiful gemstones, but when it's glass, it actually cuts you, and that's not good. I mean, pink tumbled glass would be nice. Maybe I should just tumble what comes with it and then report back to you. There's like little bits of glass everywhere, I don't like it. But that's about how much is in the barrel. And it's just on off. Yeah, I mean, the model itself is good. This seems to run really well. Very easy to operate. You press the on off, you press the button for how many days you want, and then you press on off again for it to start. Got a couple of nice bits of fluorite that I will keep because I love fluorite. I'll tumble up those rocks. They're going to end up being... I don't even know if I can be bothered tumbling them. They're going to end up being little chips of glass, and I'm just going to be annoyed. I think I'll put real rocks in there and then put these in the garden. They still look nice out there. Anyway, yeah, that's... You got your spare belt, you got your plug, you got your thing, it works fine, that's all you need. I'm going to put this one upstairs alongside its brothers and sisters. I'm going to clean up these little chips of glass that are making me quite... I'm really scared of broken glass. Making me quite nervous. So I'll clean those up and I'm going to get rid of these rocks and put something good in it. And then in about a month, I'll tell you how they come out. We can review. Thanks for watching. I will put a blog for this up on the rock blog when I get time, which will be before it's done tumbling, but at some point. Just going over this. I'll give you a link to it. It's an eBay product. I'll give you a link to it with a caution that I do not like the rocks in it. I like the set, but not the rocks. And I would recommend that when you get the rocks, you maybe don't use them. Or at least be very careful about opening them. Anyway, I have a bunch of stuff to do today and I better get going. Thank you for watching another rock video.